the robots. Get those donations in now before it's too late. Because our runners are ready. Take it away, Aalaizah and Paticus.
Hey guys, I'm Aalaizah, and this is Paticus. So this is a co-op game where we kind of play through some different puzzles. I'm going to be playing as a red cube that's hiding, and Paticus is playing as a blue cube, so we figured wearing color-coordinated shirts might help out. So we're gonna get started here. In 3, 2, 1, go. Alright, so the point of the game is to get our cubes from wherever we start to their matching colored circles. Throughout the game, there's going to be different objects that kind of block our path. Anything that is red colored is going to either kill or block Paticus, and anything that is blue colored is going to either kill or block my path. So, we are a pair of AI that are being tested for some company called Omnicorp. You'll kind of hear some of the dialogue back and forth between the two other characters that we never actually get to see, Dave and Iris. Dave is an Omnicorp employee, and Iris is an AI that was created to help the Omnicorp employees.
Current performance indicates a 20.162% possibility of
The first 10 levels are pretty quick and easy. We just kind of
No, Iris.
get through them real quick. It's just kind of knowing the puzzles.
Initiating record mode for future.
Later on, we'll get through to some fun ways to
And I've never
kind of
seen
break
them
and
do that
skip the
before.
puzzles.
I think they're learning.
And I get stuck on corners a lot. Yeah. Corners are almost more trouble in this game than any of the things that are supposed to be blocking you.
Oh, very impressive.
Alright, so this is the first level that we're actually going to do this kind of in an unintended way, and I failed at it. So you're supposed to move that block so that it blocks
Who's in charge of level programming?
the laser just right so that I can kind of move around. But instead, we just block it and then Paticus moves.
Wow, they made that look easy. Hey, Iris. What does Iris stand for?
Iris. Iris is an acronym for Intelligent Responsive Information System, David.
I thought you were too far to the left.
Can we get some harder levels? I'm getting bored here. Remind me, Iris, what's the point of these tests?
We are establishing teamwork parameters between Omnicorp AI candidates to determine commercial potentiality, David.
Right. I'm not getting paid by the explosion, right, Iris?
No, David.
Right. And so this is the first level that we do
Hey, Iris.
like a little dance to stack. There's some levels that you're supposed to stack on, and then there's some levels that we just stack because we can, and it makes the level that much
I
easier.
don't even know what's going on.
You'll see that a lot throughout the run. And we probably have time for a couple of donations before the next new mechanic.
Impressive results for these.
Sure thing.
Yeah.
I have a $100 donation from Cuts of
Hey,
Risk.
Iris. No need to
Everything
knock,
about
knock
this
jokes?
event is incredible. I'm so happy there's more GDQ in a given year, and it's such an awesome idea to dedicate it to empowering women.
Good
Thanks for
job,
the speed
Science.
runs.
You did it.
I have a $250 donation from Anonymous.
AIs might be smarter than me.
Save the squares.
Come on, Iris. You gotta have a knock-knock joke archived somewhere.
So this level is actually one of my favorites when we mess up on it a bunch because you get to actually hear the knock-knock joke.
Omnicorp security. Test subjects are performing above parameters.
But because we go so fast, we kind of skip it. This level is another one that we're stacking because that's how we've done it. Another one of the runners has found something that we've started calling the OBH, or one block hop, where you can actually maneuver the robots to jump across a single empty block that you should normally fall in.
No, thank you.
And we kind of just figured out how to do that this week, so it's not kind of marathon safe for us yet. Hopefully soon. Yeah.
Proud of you two. Hey, Iris, what number am I thinking?
You probably have time for another donation or two.
You are thinking of pie, David.
I think just gotta remind everyone again,
I really
we
gotta
have
stop
some
asking
awesome
that question
prizes
when
this
I'm hungry,
week.
though.
If you get those donations in, cumulative $100, you can be in the running to win a Triforce cut out of Alexandrite. Super awesome looking glowy crystal.
All right, guys, you can
I
stop
would go for
showing
it if I
off.
could. I've got a $5 donation from Marky.
These guys
Power
are
and love to y'all.
unstoppable.
Alright, so this is the first level where we kind of purposely use the fact that you don't have to be fully on the
I really
circle.
need to go to the bathroom.
You just kind of have to be partially on the circle. So we can kind of avoid the lasers that way.
Awesome effort, you two.
And you could probably fit another couple of donations in as well.
We've got a bunch of $25 donations from anonymous donors with no comment. But we're so grateful that you're all willing to help this great cause. I have another $25 donation from Rye.
They aced
Shout out
that
to my pal Rebecca.
So much for a boring day at work. These guys are crushing it.
Alright, so this level's actually interesting. We just learned how to do this, but it's
You guys got it.
pretty quick and easy. For some reason, if you are standing on the correct block and moving down towards the bottom of the screen, when the spikes move back up, it just kind of jumps you up there instead of you having to follow the puzzle.
Recommend that you take a break and stand up and walk around for a few minutes.
Is it all right if
Just
I
walk
just
over front.
wheel around in my office chair?
Sure, David.
So another interesting thing about this game is the game behaves wildly different at 60 hertz refresh rate on your monitor than it does at 144. There's a lot of stuff that we couldn't do the first time we were trying to do runs, and we found out that it was because we were at 144 hertz, and the game just runs so much smoother at 60. So
Okay, let's try to go for a perfect run.
this is another fun skip. 3, 2, 1, go. We use the fact that sometimes you can get the cubes to jump up to be able to skip over a bunch of weird maneuvering.
Our AI's programmed. These
And
guys are
then
doing so
in this
good,
level
I
and a
might
few
get a
others,
pay
we
raise.
see these tripwires, and these basically activate things regardless of what color you are, the same way that like the specific buttons would.
The installation.
Iris, no. Still enjoying
Getting
version
stuck
9.
on all the corners.
Whew, they aced that one.
And should have time for probably 3 or 4 donations.
Sure thing.
It's new.
I have a $3 donation from Ratu. Let's go, Fleet Fatales. These speedruns will go nicely with the 4 work-from-home night shifts I got coming up this week.
Just gotta say, great
What a
teamwork,
great
you two.
cause.
Just great.
Everyone should have access to education regardless of
Iris,
gender or
I'm
where they
bored.
live.
Updating employee file. Hello, Board Valenzuela. Would you like to confirm name change?
I'm looking
No,
at
no,
the
no, no,
incentive for
undo,
this run,
undo.
and we're pretty close. Kill is at $553 and
guys.
save is at
Didn't expect that. Good job.
$505.
Moving on.
Your donation could make the difference on how this run ends.
I can honestly say, while save definitely takes longer, it's my favorite. You should have time for a few more donations as well.
I mean, they're doing great.
We've got a
but,
$25
you know, I do
donation from
kinda miss the
Dance Dad.
explosions.
Evening, all. It was wonderful to meet
Did you
Aalaizah and
remember
Patty
the file
at
you keep
SGDQ
at work this week,
2019.
David?
And it's wonderful to see them running at frame
I hate
fatales.
doing those,
Let
Iris.
them decide where this money goes.
Yes, David.
Keep on
But
grooving
without your
all, and
TPS
stay
reports,
safe.
I cannot authorize the payment of
Thanks,
your
Stanstead.
salary.
I think we're gonna put it towards
nothing
saving the
motivates
robots.
like a threat.
Yeah.
I'll get them done, Iris.
You heard what the runners want, chat.
Nice.
Still got time to get that save in.
So, Iris, were you programmed
Have another
by a woman,
$25 donation
or
from
do you just sound
Bethers.
like one?
So
'Cause you
happy
sound
to be
like
able to
one,
tune in and
I
support
wasn't
such an
sure.
amazing event and cause.
His voice was
So thankful FF has built such an amazing
Would
community.
you like to try another voice setting?
Sure.
Hello, David.
Change it, please.
Got a
Change it back
$2
now.
donation from
Please,
Anonymous. No comments,
David.
but every little bit counts, and we're grateful for all your support.
Iris. Hey, Iris, you know everything, right?
I have access to over 9 yottabytes of information.
So
David.
this
Alright,
level
cool.
normally
So
we
where
have
are
to
my
like
keys?
send me as the red cube up top and do a whole bunch of
Paying attention and
kind
I'm
of like
impressed.
jumping around through hoops to get to our buttons, but once again the stack just makes it super quick. And then the same thing here, you have to kind of like follow along with the block to not get hit by the laser.
I mean,
Unless
they're
you're
doing
stacked
so
up, then the
good,
laser
it's like I
can't
don't
hit you
even have to be.
anyways.
All right, I've read the manual.
And this level is our least favorite.
Lie detected.
Okay, I've read the bits.
If you
that
don't do
relate
it
to
quick
changing
enough,
the tests, at
Dave
least.
gets the
Come on,
ability
Iris, let's just
to
have some
change the
fun.
tests, and it
Alright,
swaps your
David.
controls
Unlocking
around.
supplementary testing
So-
protocols.
Oh,
Makes it so
my
that like
goodness.
left goes right and right goes left, and
But
it's
nicely done.
kind of a big pain. So we actually, when we mess that up during a run, we normally exit the level and restart because it restarts the dialogue.
Whoa, hey, what did I do? What happened? What was that?
And this level that happens,
gonna
so
lie,
we kind
I've
of just
actually always been
sit around and
curious
hang
about
out
what I did.
until we
And that
see the
was pretty
spawn
cool.
and it resets.
Shutting off spawn protocol and resetting test.
Oh, come on. I just want to do it one more time. Such a party pooper. They blaze through that test.
This one we tend to die a lot on because things move quickly, but it looks like we actually did that beginning part
Oh my god, that level was
really
so
well for
easy.
once.
Hey, Iris, do you ever get to go on holiday?
Yes, David. Every year I spend a week at a little hard drive in the Bahamas. Only a few terabytes. Very quaint.
Ugh, these easy levels are boring. Where's the death? Where's the drama?
I know
Hey,
the other
Iris,
pair of
where's
runners
my
that runs this
stapler?
game tends to turn the volume off on the dialogue, but we like having the dialogue since it helps us know like how we're doing on a
Mess
level.
with my office space.
Plus there's awesome lines like the red swing line.
If I could cut in, since we really want to make sure we give the people the chance to save or kill the robots, when will the incentive, when are we cutting off donations for that?
At the end of level, or at the beginning of level
2
79.
weeks, David.
All
Will
right,
you be
folks,
attending?
you heard them.
No, Iris, I will not. I think it's unfair that you're unable to participate. So I'm boycotting the event.
I take
In
it this is
honor
now
of you.
level 44.
Unnecessary, David. The R&D
we're
department
on
arranged
45
for
right now,
an
yeah.
Experimental humanoid robot prototype.
And I'm just
Once
chilling
I-
instead of going to my circle. Yeah, you can, on most of the levels you can see there's white numbers
Iris, what is so
somewhere
great about this Omnicorp
that tell you what
OS
level we're
version
on.
10
And
anyway?
we'll also
In addition to
kind of let y'all know
numerous
when it gets
efficiency
closer.
improvements, Version 10 incorporates communication protocols to allow for distributed airborne connectivity between Omnicorp Hyper
that's fine.
AIs,
We
leading
can
to
save it,
increased
yeah.
testing productivity.
So the one nice thing
Airborne connectivity.
we're not having
Oh,
to
you mean
do,
like
but
a,
if you absolutely mess up with where the blocks get, you can actually just
So,
shove
like,
them
you mean
off
a
the
sky
ledge,
net.
and then they'll
Yes, David.
reappear wherever they started at.
That does sound kind of cool.
AI subjects are exceeding Omnicorp expectations.
We probably have time for a few
Alrighty,
more donations as well.
Make me proud.
Sure thing. I have a
Hey,
$50
at this rate, I'm
donation
gonna be
from
getting out of here
Stovix.
early today.
It took us 40 minutes for me and my wife to beat one level. It's amazing to see you both going so fast. Also, save the cubes, because we didn't, by accident.
According to my calculations, that test could be 43.85% harder.
Yeah, our first runs of this also did not go well,
Iris,
so...
Can you run a trace on a funky smell?
Analyzing room.
Yeah, I want to say we spent like 4 hours playing the first time we played through it. Yeah.
Oh, that's where I put my sandwich. All right, guys, you can stop showing off now.
And it's been a lot of fun because in the past like couple of months, we've had a chance to talk with the other runners because it's a pretty small community. That's the wrong direction. And kind of learn like how they break some of the levels, and then we've been able to incorporate that into our run for other levels too. So that's like the stacking thing came from Toads My Goats. Okay. Came from the other pair of runners.
Wow.
So, also, I normally say Toads My Goats there after I fail once for some reason. I just managed to actually get it whenever I say it.
Ah, thanks, Iris. I'll give her a call.
Yeah, it's one of the few times that she stacks on top of me instead of the other way around, so
At this rate, I'm gonna be getting
those
out of
tend
here
to not go
early
quite as smoothly just because she doesn't have the opportunity to practice as much.
today. Hey, Iris,
This
what
level
was
is
that beeping
kind of
sound?
fun because at the end, so I'm actually supposed to go past the red and then come back, but as long as you're on it for a long enough time before for the game to recognize that y'all are both on the
Is this
square,
about
then it
installing
still skips and
Omnicorp
finishes the
OS
level.
version 10?
No, David.
Thank goodness.
But since you mention it, David, are you ready to upgrade?
Oh!
AI subjects are performing in the 98th percentile.
It looks like we've got a bunch of
Iris,
donations
what do
coming
I gotta
in.
do to
People
move
have
up to
fallen
level
in
2?
love with
You
these
must pass
robots.
the level 3 exam.
I've got a
They're
$10
very-
donation. Sorry about that.
7 hours.
I got a $10 donation from Anonymous. Wait, these are the robots we've been bidding on whether to save or kill? Oh my gosh, save the robots!
Hey, Iris, can you initiate the Yoda voice
Got
module?
another $10 donation from Iris Blanchamont. From one genius Iris to another genius Iris. Save the robots, because robots are better than people.
Count for previous tests is 150 for each AI. Please stand by for test of Omnicorp.
Yeah, so on some of these levels, we have to control 2 robots, and they move together, so we have to kind of use the geometry to get things lined up so that we can
I mean, I gotta take a little
get
bit of
to
credit
the
here.
circles properly.
David, don't forget next Thursday is Omnicorp's Bring Your Pet to Work Day.
And this level,
Labs
we've
are
seen
running
the other
test
runners
subjects
do
again.
a stack,
That was quick.
but we haven't like successfully done it, and we haven't been able to time it out to see if the stack is actually faster.
Hey, Iris,
So-
you up to anything special this weekend?
I'm going
This
to
level,
get my
however,
hard
is
drive a nice
a lot of
long
fun.
defrag.
So this
Feel like I could use a quick
tripwire. Oh,
defragging.
well, so the red laser down at the bottom that you can't see for the most part follows Paticus, and the blue lasers are following me around. So we have to kind of maneuver the blocks to get us both to safety. And then of course the blue tripwire hits the blue lasers. So normally you're supposed to move that block that's on the left, but the other runners notice that you can actually just use the block that's moving around with the
All
tripwire
right,
to
Iris, you win.
block
Go
the blue
ahead and
lasers so
install
that we can
OS
safely
version 10,
finish the
please.
level.
Think, according to my calculations, that test could be 43.85% harder.
Okay, now remember to work as a team, guys.
You probably have time for a few more donations as well.
Sure thing, we have a $25 donation from Cerise. Hello, Frey Fatals!
Nice.
Wait,
And I
this
didn't think I
AI
could
is
figure
named
that out.
Iris? Looks like
Hey,
Omnicorp
Iris,
needs to start paying
activate
royalties.
Michael Bay mode.
Shoutouts to Balmung and the
Sorry,
Ardor
David.
crew.
The testing budget is insufficient for explosions of that magnitude.
Ah. You guys are doing great. Keep it up.
I have a $10
So I can get
donation
home
from
early.
Audrey.
All right,
No
guys, so
comment,
don't
but
forget,
thank
you
you
guys
so
are a
much
team.
for donating to a great cause. I'm looking at the tracker and save has overtaken kill, but if you're feeling bloodthirsty, you better get those donations in, because we're coming up pretty quickly on 79, it looks like.
Yep. So this level we actually have to use the fact that the blocks fall off to reset them so that we can get past everything and then block everything that we need to.
Chances of witnessing an AI performance like that are 0.00729%.
This is the first level that we have the little hat
What's the
lasers
best travel package I
that
can afford?
move around with us.
You can move back.
They're kind of silly looking, but also fun. So
Where's the drama? Hey, Iris.
probably
my
have time
dad is
for a
playing
few
gig
more
next week.
donations before
You
we
wanna
get into
come?
the last of the kind of complicated levels.
Aaron donates $25 with a simple message.
But you
Go
don't have hair.
Aalaizah!
Iris?
That makes it even.
I have a $10 donation from Anonymous. No comment, but thank you so much for your support. Jason
And on
donates.
This level, I was just gonna say, we have 3 robots, so it can be even more confusing.
Jason donates $25, saying, "Thank you for doing this. Thank you for donating."
This is another fun level that we kind of skip mechanics. You're supposed to slowly maneuver the red block underneath the block that's moving back and forth real quick, and to protect from the blue laser before you get to the stack. And we just kind of climb up on the backside and run around everything.
Man, I'm feeling hungry. Iris, where's the closest place to get chili around here?
Searching for places to get chili. There are
That was
3
my
air
bad.
conditioning stores nearby, David.
What? No, Iris, not chili. Chili.
Yes, David. Searching for flights to Chile.
Just forget it.
This is one of my favorite voice lines, so it kind of broke my brain.
Do you think they'll ever let me have that standing desk, Iris?
No, David. Remember the exercise ball incident?
Fine, but you know, that thing was a death trap.
We're starting to get pretty close there to the end of the incentive. Currently running through the last few levels here, and we start to find out that the spikes, not bikes, that basically Iris's entire job has been to get David to read the manual, which he has not done since however long he's been with the company. I think one of the voice lines says like 2 years or something like that. So that's
Also, the AI have been successfully completing levels that they shouldn't be able to, and so they believe that they're getting too smart, which is why at the end we can either save or kill. And here shortly, Dave realizes that that's what's going to happen.
We got a couple donations here, really hoping to save those robots. Toby DBD, $20 towards Save Those Cute Robots. Thank you very much. And Aris TGD sends in $10
Okay,
to say,
Iris, I got an idea.
I suppose
I'll
I
go
could be
down there
convinced to
and
save
bust
these
them
robots
out
for additional
myself.
testing.
Inadvisable, David. The container is filled with industrial gas that is
So this is another fun one that we circumvent that's got a little bit of
Scratch that
tight
idea.
movement here. So I actually used the pig nose to know how far off this edge, and I went too far, to know how far off that edge I can get so that we don't have to use the block, because moving the block takes forever. Let's see if I can get it this time. Oh, there we go. And we just crawl across like that.
Anonymous sends in $25. Save, back up. Let them live!
Yeah, as we're coming into these last few levels, Dave starts like actually reading the manual since he's realized that we're gonna die.
This This manual is impossible to understand.
Would you like me to place an order for OmniCorp Testing Technician Manual for Dummies, David?
That sounds perfect! Do it, Iris!
Yes, David. Order placed. Please allow 6 to 8 weeks for delivery.
So this is a fun level because so we're actually supposed to go do a lot of like ups and downs to get us over, but we can
David.
use the dancing to our advantage and just kind of shimmy over to the buttons.
This manual had more pictures or charts or
And
diagrams.
we're coming
or
up.
something.
The end of this level, going into the next level, will be when we need to close the donation incentive. If we could go ahead and
Iris,
close
is
that
this it?
and find
That's it?
out what we're
That's all there
doing.
is to the manual? That was a complete waste of time.
Good news, David.
Just go ahead and refresh that tracker, okay?
What is that? What is happening? Iris, please. Iris!
We have killed the robots at $553, but it looks like chat has
Iris?
voted pretty solidly to
This
save
was
our
never
robots
about saving
with
the
a
box,
total
was it?
of
This
$680.
whole time, Iris, it was just
All
about
right,
getting me to read
sounds
this
good.
stupid manual?
David. Deletion lasers are initiating, David. The destruction process is beginning.
What? No! I'm out of ideas, Iris. I don't know. I don't know what to do. Oh, I just wish you could solve this problem.
Analyzing. The most effective strategy is opening the air vent in the testing sequence. There is a 99.9% calculated possibility of success.
Okay, all right. So how do we do that?
I am capable of that function, David.
You can? Wait, you are?
Yes, David.
Well, what are you waiting for, Iris? Open up the vents.
Opening test sequence air vent.
All right, you two. There they go. You know,
All right,
Iris,
and time is coming up
good.
here in just a second.
Really
Once the screen fades
Yeah,
to
I
black.
stand a 1.2% chance of survival.
Oh my gosh,
outside
those
the
lasers are
OmniCorp
inching
testing
closer and
sequence,
closer.
David.
1%, huh? Yeah, that's not much. But it's more of a chance than they'd have here. I'd call that a win. Wouldn't you,
And
Iris?
Sure, David.
Fine. So the other fun thing with saving or killing the robots is you actually get two different versions of the credits. So this version has the happy music and lots of fun kind of images of what happens after the robots have been saved. Definitely want to thank Frame Fatales for having us to do this run. Want to thank the other runners. We have a really small community, but they've been super helpful in us figuring out like new strats and stuff like that. So definitely, if you enjoyed watching it or have played the game and enjoy it, come join us. Our Discord is linked on the speedrun leaderboard. Say thanks to everybody who's watched us today, and thanks to all of our family and friends who have been helping support us so that we could do speedrunning as a hobby. Yeah, pretty much all the same. So on top of the happy music here in the credits, that last newspaper had said something about self-driving cars going on strike. And then here we have the stock market crash linked to AI. And pretty shortly, we should have the start of the robo-apocalypse. So basically, with y'all voting to save the robots, we also voted to let the robots take over and kill us all. So thank you very much for that. It's a fantastic ending to watch, though, just because of seeing all of the things happen. Here is finally the last human dies in the zoo. And thanks again for having us.
Well, thank you so much, Aalaizah and Paticus, for that adorable run. I'm so glad those robots got saved, aren't you? just a reminder, we do still have some awesome runs coming up, like Hades, in just a hot minute, about an hour, I think. And there's an incentive for you to pick which weapon the Marine will use. Could be fists, could be rail, could be sword. Get those donations in now. I'm going to throw it over to a quick Twitch ad. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Fleet Fatales. Just a reminder, if you're liking what you see, we got a bonus game coming up on Thursday, waiting for your donations to unlock it. Super Mario Sunshine. You can make it happen. Let's go. And if you're enjoying these events, plus remember, Fleet Fatales and other hotfix events and shows are brought to you by viewers like you. Your subscriptions and bits help keep the channel running for these fun events, including shows like Fleet Fatales, Random Number Generation, Time Capsule, Mercy Kill, Tina's RPG Show, I guess, and more. And that's it for me, chat. It's been such a blast hosting for you. I'm going to turn it over to Asuka424 after a quick video from Malala Fund. Thank you so much. Have a great night. Stick around. We got more awesome runs all week for you.
Well, hello there. My name is Asuka424, and I'll be hosting the next block of fantastic runs this Fleet Fatales in support of Malala Fund, starting with an any percent co-op run of Run Saber with Aalaizah, Suede, and Reuven. But before we get to that, I've got a few donations I'd like to read for you. So we do have a $25 donation from Danstad, and Danstad says, "Evening all. It was wonderful to meet Aalaizah and Patty at SGDQ 2019, and it's wonderful to see them running at Frame Fatales. Let them decide where this money goes, and keep on grooving all, and stay safe." We also have a couple $25 donations that are anonymous with no comment, and that is quite all right. Thank you for all of the support for such a great cause with Malala Fund. And as mentioned earlier, we do have a bid war coming up with Hades in the form of what weapon Demarine is going to be using. There are 3 options. We have the Twin Fists of Malphon currently in the lead, but if you want to see either the Adamant Rail or the Stygian Blade take over, feel free to put those donations right to the weapon of your choice. So, just a quick reminder that Malala Fund is working for a world where all girls can learn and read. Malala Fund advocates for resources and policy changes needed to give all girls a secondary education, invest in local educational leaders, and amplifies